Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Crybaby Pumpkabun, or Lulu, and welcome back to our blind Let's Play of the 100 Line Last Defense Academy 2. Last time, we finished up the ritual exorcism route. Somehow it was one of the most anticlimactic and boring endings, which means possibly that the ritual was working. After that, we went back in time and decided, actually, we're not going to do the ritual, and instead we're going to investigate these murders, we're going to do work with Hiriko. The things I actually thought was the smart idea. And we got confirmation of the boxes of Calamity from Ghost Boy. And so we're starting to think that, or well, they've been thinking for a while, there are two, or that the boxes of Calamity are what's causing this. I personally think there might be two boxes of Calamity, because we do have two types of murders going on. And I think that these murders are two different murderers, or two different sets of incidences, basically, and that trying to solve all four together will cause complications, because I think it's 2 and 2. Anyway, let's get into this then. After breakfast, I relayed everything the Ghost Boy had told me the night before to everyone in the cafeteria.
Gotcha! That makes things a lot more simple. We just gotta find the box and now show us the bastard who started this whole mess, right?
Whether or not it'll get us that far, it's certainly a solid lead at least. And on top of that, knowing that there are other boxes is pretty big. It means we should be able to find them if we look for them.
So how do we do that? If I knew the box's scents, I'd try to sniff them out with my unsightly pig snout. Hey, count me out! Those boxes will curse us if we open them, won't they? Hard pass!
No one said a word about any curses.
So, you think you know what'll happen if you open them?
True, I don't. We still have to find them. Why don't we all go look for them?
But wouldn't it be dangerous to leave the school empty?
Yeah. Maybe we should just stick to a group of 3.
I'll go on my own.
Takamaru.
It's like I told you before. Right now ain't the time to hole up back here. The only choice we got is to split up and search.
What? And leave the school empty? I don't know about that.
Until we find those boxes, we'll keep getting picked off until we're wiped out. We gotta do this together and make sure we find them fast as possible. You get that? But still. I told you, you can count me out.
Calm down, Takamaru.
Whatever, I'm going and I'm bringing home a box. Split up the rest of the work however you like.
Hey, Takamaru, wait. Let him go. He's not the kind to get himself killed. Even so, what's wrong with him? It's not like him to be so reckless.
A true thug that doesn't like to be... A thug that doesn't like to be reckless? What do you even call that?
Maybe he's thinking about Kurara's death.
About Kurara?
Takamaru went searching for the box before she died, remember? If he'd found the box, then a fair bit of the mystery would have been solved. And Kurara may not have died. That thought makes him feel responsible for it. The arrogance, putting that much blame on himself. He's such a gentle soul. In any case, Hiriko and I will go search for the boxes. Though I guess that makes 3 of us if we count Takamaru taking off on his own. Okay, we're counting on you. And so our search for the boxes had begun. But no matter how many times we tried, over and over and over, our searches always came up empty. Hiriko and I sullenly made our way back to the school. Day 78. I think we'll find one on day 81. We started searching for the box with renewed vigor, but to no avail. Even after all this time, coming back empty-handed never got any less disappointing. It was like we were cursed. Not literally, of course. And unbeknownst to me, there was another misfortune waiting to befall us. I would hear about it from Nozomi the next morning.
What? Takimaru still hasn't come back?
I expected him to Takamaru to come back on day 81 with the box. Whoops.
No, he went off on his own yesterday morning, and no one's seen him since. Could something have happened to him out there?
Come on, this is Takamaru we're talking about. He can handle himself.
See, this is why I said we shouldn't act alone anymore. We're gonna get picked off like victims in a horror movie.
If we were in a horror movie, I think you'd be the third one to be killed off.
Shut up! You're gonna jinx it!
You don't think the invaders got the jump on him, do you?
Or he could have fallen off a cliff and broken his leg. And now he can't move.
That sounds scarily plausible.
So now we have to search for him as well. How exasperating. Nozomi, did Takamaru mention which direction he was going when you saw him yesterday?
I think he said he was going to explore the art gallery ruins.
The art gallery, huh? There was a box there. Hiriko and I paired up for the day to search the cavernous building we decided was once some kind of art gallery. There was a lot of ground to cover, and by the end of the day... still no sign of Takamaru. Maybe he made it back on his own while we were out here?
We can only hope so. It's getting late. We should get back ourselves.
It was already dark by the time we got back to the school. The others were in the courtyard when we arrived, waiting for us. Is Takamaru... The four of them shook their heads.
No. He's still not back.
What could have happened to him? I'm telling you guys, it's the curse. It's the only explanation that makes sense.
I didn't say anything. Not because I thought Gaku was right, of course. I just no longer had the energy to argue this point with him. It's what, day 85 something else happened? Oh, day 83. Nope. It was just saving. All through day 82 and 83, Hiriko and I kept up our search for Takamaru. The same went for today, day 84. No matter how hard we looked, though, we never found a single clue to our friend's whereabouts. We staggered back to the school that night, more disheartened than ever. As usual, we asked the others if there was any news when we returned. One look at their faces was enough to answer that question. But then, something new happened. I heard a noise behind me. Footsteps! I took a deep breath and turned around. And standing there before me was... Kako? Oh, it's Takamaru. Good. That makes the most sense, but I thought they were going to try to trick us. The Takamaru?
Takamaru!
I don't believe it.
No way!
You actually made it back?
Takamaru? Where the heck have you been?
We were so worried. I'm glad you're back, though.
Losing another fighter would have been inconvenient. Takamaru?
Yeah, sup?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think I might have an idea of what's going on.
Takamaru, are you okay?
Huh? Yeah, I'm fine. Don't I look fine?
No, not even a little.
Are you hurt anywhere? Do you need to go to the infirmary?
Course not. I'm telling you, I'm fine. Takamaru walks past us, heading towards the dorms. But we return to watch him go. Excuse me. Oh, he has a slash on his back.
Takimaru, what happened to your back?
My back? Oh, this? It's nothing. I fell.
I find it hard to believe a simple fall could cause injuries like that.
You think so?
Is that all you've got to say? You need to get those wounds treated. Doesn't it hurt?
Nah, not really. Anyway, you guys mind giving me some space? I'm beat. I want to go get some rest.
Takamaru began moving again and disappeared into his room. Part of me is still wondering if that's a clone, like with the cloney commander.
Oh, what was that about? I'm glad he's back and all, but he's acting weird. Is he really okay?
Maybe he's just tired. He'll be fine once he gets some rest, right?
No one spoke up to answer that question. It was something we'd have to find out for ourselves. Alright. Up and at him, and let's find out what's going on with Takamaru.
How did you like your breakfast, Takamaru? Was it good?
Yeah, I guess.
Takamaru, how about you and me do some training later?
Yeah, I guess.
Takamaru, is it cool if I punch you right in the face?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, he is so not okay.
Takamaru showed us his back earlier. His wounds were completely healed. But I was still worried. Hiroko, I think we should call off our search for the box for now. I mean, with Takamaru in this condition and all.
Oh.
I understand. But there's one last place I'd like to try first. Have you got some kind of hunch?
Oh.
Yes. I just thought of it this morning.
Oh.
I want to at least check it out before we take any breaks. Will you come with me? It's hard to tell with all this rubble, but this is where we found the shrine, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. This might well be the place where Kaku first opened the box.
Oh?
I should thank you for telling me about the old invader legends. When I heard those, I got to thinking.
Mm-hmm.
The threat of the Boxes of Calamity was serious enough that the invaders saw a need to pass those stories on to later generations. Yeah, I guess so. That's why the legends are still around today. That being the case, maybe there's a warning where the box was kept too.
Oh.
It's not a sure thing, but I think it's worth checking. I think you're right. I just hope we find something this time. Hiroko and I got to work, sifting through the rubble in what was once the shrine grounds. And eventually... Here, I found a scroll! Good job. If it was kept here, there's a good chance it has some information we can use. I undid the string and unrolled the scroll. It was packed with strange writing I couldn't understand, although it did look just a little familiar.
Oh?
Good thing we know someone who can read this. Yeah, let's go ask him.
I see.
Did you find out anything new? Sort of. This is definitely a document about the Box of Calamity. I'm sure of that much, but... But what It's written in code.
Huh?
In code.
Yes, it's been deliberately made more complicated and difficult to read.
Huh?
If they went to all that trouble to keep this information secret, it must be important. It will probably take me several days to completely decipher it, though. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. We know you're going to be doing your best.
That said, the faster you finish, the better.
Hiroko.
Ha ha ha. I understand. I'll get it done as fast as I can.
Thank you.
We'll leave it with you then.
This is progress, right?
We can't say that for sure until the scroll's deciphered. At the very least, it does feel like we have a chance to move things forward now.
All because of you. Thanks, Hiroko.
I didn't really... Oh,
What's the problem?
I saw something streak across the sky just now.
Huh? Oh, was it one of those shooting star things?
Oh?
Perhaps. It was gone before I really knew what I was looking at.
So, are we still taking a break from looking for the box?
I don't think searching blind will do us any good. Let's wait and see what the scroll says.
Hiroko and I went our separate ways and returned to our rooms. I had a feeling that I was going to sleep very well tonight, for the first time in what felt like a very long time. I must have been pretty tired from my last few days, because by the time I woke up, the sky was already sinking below the horizon. Hiroko and I did manage to tell everyone about the scroll we found, though. And just like that, night fell, and the day was at an end. Just as I was settling in to get an early night, I heard it. That was Gaku. That's Gaku's voice. I flew out of the door like a bullet from a gun. There was a scream I'd heard. On the roof I saw Hiroko, Shoma, Tsubasa, and Nozomi. Tsubasu. I looked around, and from the darkness it appeared.
What is this?
What's happening?
Is Gaku the one? Did Gaku get cursed and he's the one killing everyone?
No way!
Quiet. Don't talk. Just get your infusers and... you idiot!
He's looking right at me! Shit.
Tokumaru charged at him in a bizarre manner, clawing his way there on hands and feet. This, I think, might be a third... He might have opened a third box of Calamity and got possessed in a different way. I think one of the boxes had that doll, which stabs people. Which is what killed Moko and... It killed both Moko and Ima, which is why it wouldn't need a key to deal with Ima.
Shoma!
Shoma ran right into me first, then Hiroko, trying to escape, and knocking us both off balance. Because of that, the one who ended up shoved to the front of the pack was Tsubasa.
Tsubasa!
Move, Tsubasa!
I frantically pushed towards the front, but couldn't make it in time. Tokumaru ferociously charged towards Tsubasa.
I'm sorry, Takumaru!
And in the next instant... Huh? Tokumaru exploded?
What was
Takemaru's body just blew up?
Tsubasa? Did you?
Yeah. I blew him up.
You? But how?
You hacked the system?
With this.
A remote control?
I made it from Sire and Nigo's disassembled bodies. This remote has a switch to activate the bombs implanted in our bodies. I made it without knowing if I'd ever need it, but I never imagined I'd have to use it like this.
And you walk around with something like that on you?
Then perhaps the most dangerous one among us is Tsubasa.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Takemaru, I'm sorry.
Just use the Revival-matic. Wait, what about Gaku? We rushed over to the fallen Gaku to check his condition. And we knew almost immediately that he'd lost too much blood to be revived. Shit. Now even Gaku. Hey, what do you suppose that is? What? Hiriko was staring at Takemaru's body, or rather, what was left of his head. My eyes followed her gaze. There, nestled amongst the brain matter among the strewn bits of flesh, I saw what she was talking about. Oh.
What is that?
It's moving. Does that mean it's alive?
It's a brain parasite.
I can only guess that it was inside Takemaru's head. And that would explain why he acted the way he did.
So, it's some kind of parasite?
We can't say for sure.
Maybe everything that's happened up until now was because of that.
But why was it in Takemaru's head?
It could have possessed him while he was out searching.
We still don't know anything for certain. Except for one thing. We can't let it live. So,
With that, Hiriko marched over to the strange creature and stomped on it with all her might. The creature let out an eerie death cry, and before long, it stopped moving. I'm hoping we revive Omadix Takemaru, because I don't know why we wouldn't. He just got blowed up. He should be fine.
Man out of troops, time to rise and shine. Get ready.
Our team's certainly looking a lot smaller now.
Ah.
You don't have to be so mean about it.
I'm just stating the truth. And honestly, I'm ashamed that I've allowed the killer to run free for so long.
But we stopped Takemaru, or whatever was possessing him at least.
oh,
That doesn't mean this is over.
oh.
Takemaru only started acting strangely on day 84. Before that, he never displayed any unusual behavior. If he were behind the other murders, it wouldn't make sense for him to start breaking down all of a sudden. Furthermore, he used sheer brute force. It was nothing like the other methods of killing we've seen so far. Are you saying what I think you're saying? I'm still not 100% certain. We'll come back to this later. The scroll we found should give us some answers. There's no use speculating about it now. Either way, I think it's too soon to say that the killer is finally out of the picture. Hey, Hiriko, why'd you ask us to meet up in the courtyard anyway? Because we're about to get a visitor.
A visitor?
We all followed Hiriko's gaze. Sure enough, there was an indistinct figure in the distance, getting closer and closer. Hi, Dalsha.
God of the planet, hear my plea and lend me thy strength. Blood of my bond release! I'm an old-fashioned man. I need to find someone to understand what they're about. Come, take up your arms. Show me just who you really are.
Commander. But you said Veshness was the only one left, Takumi.
I thought she was. I've never seen this guy before.
There aren't any other invaders around either.
Hiriko, how do you know he was coming?
Women's intuition.
For real?
Just get ready. We need to fight him. Rallying us together, Hiriko handed us our infusers, which she just so happened to have brought along. We don't get to transform outside that often. The magical girl transformations are a perfect time to, do a quick stretch, care about your bodies, hydrate, I don't know. But hey, it's time for the battle to start.
Now, let us begin. First, I want you to show me your strength.
Keep up the good work, everyone.
That's all. What a disappointment. I expected more.
Well, you would have got more if I hadn't skipped it.
Ugh! He's so strong!
What do we do?
It's all right. Leave it to me. You. I'll do something about him with my ability.
We're definitely at a disadvantage. Takumi, let's use his power.
Okay. Sorry. It's all on you.
Yeah. Got it.
It's not gonna work.
I see. So this is the power of the second coming. It is indeed mighty.
It's silly when it doesn't even show you getting hit by it.
But not enough to sink me.
No way! Even his attack didn't work!
Still. Oh, my word.
What's going on?
Is he surrendering?
Not likely! Our attacks didn't even scratch him!
What a terrible bore. Huh? What disturbs all of you so? You're unable to concentrate on the battle at hand. Worried by this, that. It was hardly even worth fighting you.
Didn't you come here to kill us?
I told you. I want to know you. Defeating you will tell me nothing. And there's no point in standing on the battlefield just to exert my power. I shall leave.
What?
I will return soon. and I will not return alone. I will bring those repugnant combat organisms with me. I won't retire as early as I've done today. I'll be here to fight in earnest. I suggest you reevaluate yourselves and deal with whatever is unsettling you before them.
We can try, but if we can't figure out who's been doing it, it's gonna be hard. And with that, Dal Shah calmly took his leave. He passed through the wall of fire like it was nothing. In other words, he spared us. Woot woot. Day 88. Day 89. Alright, let's see what we got from this. So, why have you all called us all together? Did you learn something new? Yes, I finished deciphering the scroll you brought me.
Really?
Wow, good job getting it done so fast.
If you wanted all of us present for this, I'm assuming it has something to do with the other incidents as well. I think so. I'll do my best to explain everything. This could take a while, so I'll be grateful if you could hold any questions until the end. Do I want to give you guys a cliffhanger? Nah, we'll get some info, some lore dropped, and then we'll call it. We won't get anywhere if we have to stop and discuss everything that seems strange. Also, it was quite an old document, but I wasn't able to preserve the archaic feel of the language in my translation. I appreciate the sentiment, but I don't think we really need that. Please, just tell us what it says. Okay, here I go. The scroll contained a legend passed down in this region about a certain life form. They arrived on the planet a long, long time ago, inside a flaming meteor. It crashed near a small village, and all the villagers came to investigate it. At the crash site, they found 2 gleaming opalescent orbs. The villagers considered these a gift from God. They took them back to the village and enshrined them. Some time later, the priestess in charge of the shrine began acting strangely. It was as if she was possessed by something. Night after night, she would go into a violent rage, killing her fellow villagers. Not only that, her victims rose from the dead and joined her in her killing spree. The massacre went on until the village was almost completely wiped out. Only a single solitary child remained. This child ran to the neighboring village, begging for their help. The people took up arms and marched on the village where the mad priestess dwelled. None of them returned alive. In fact, they returned as possessed walking corpses, attacking both their own village and others nearby, adding to the body count even more. The destruction spread like a plague, until word of it reached the capital. Authorities dispatched seasoned warriors who made short work of the inexperienced villagers. During this campaign, a possessed living person and a possessed corpse were captured and brought back to the capital. There, they were dissected and analyzed by high-ranking holy men. They were surprised to find such a strange creature living inside the heads of the possessed. Government officials and ministers all called for the extermination of these repulsive beasts. But the holy men saw things differently. These creatures have brought calamity on us. This much is true. They have taken control of villagers, both living and dead, and driven them to do horrible things. But these too are God's creations. They may have been sent here as divine punishment for our impious ways. Killing them would constitute a crime against the Almighty. The matter was brought before the Emperor, who allowed the creatures to live. He also ordered that their biology be investigated further to prevent similar tragedies and explore the possibility of using them to the nation's advantage. Thus, the two creatures were spared, and came to be known as Gi'e, based on the peculiar screeching sound they made. By the time the government's research bore fruit, the Gi'e numbered 64 in total, but it was felt that having too many of them around the world would likely to result in another tragedy. The researchers carried out a cull, leaving only 6 alive, each of which was sealed away inside a small box. These boxes were enshrined in different locations all across the land. That's more or less the chronology of the events described in the scroll. Gi'e. Is that what the thing we saw was? Something that possesses people and drives them to kill. It fits their description.
The boxes that they were sealed in must be the boxes of Calamity, right?
Do you have any other information about these creatures?
Just a moment. Apart from the initial episode with the Gi'e, the scroll also recorded what the people of that time learned from their research. I'll take you through the main points. Gi'e are parasitic creatures with a societal structure based around multiple males serving a small number of egg-laying queens. Both males and females can control other organisms, but females excessively possess meat-eating creatures, never herbivores, and the males can't possess living animals at all. They only attach themselves to corpses. This next part pertains to the Gi'e queens. When a queen finds a suitable host, it uses its tentacle to enter it through the mouth. From there, it travels through the nasal cavity into the brain. Once it settles in, it can no longer switch to another host. The queen extends its tentacles into the host's brain tissue, allowing it to influence their behavior. It can even access the host's knowledge and memories to some extent. On their own, Gi'e are simple creatures, but bonding with another creature lets them considerably augment their intelligence. The queen's goal is to provide corpses for other queens to lay eggs in, producing more males. In other words, the killing spree that Gi'e hosts go on is to create a suitable breeding ground. The more corpses, the more eggs the queens can lay, the more males they'll have to serve them. They can keep this up generation after generation, in an endless cycle of killing. Now, about the Gi'e males. When the eggs laid in corpses hatch, the male larvae emerge. Each of them seeks out another corpse and attaches themselves to its brain. Crawling over it allows them to stimulate the nervous system and reanimate their host. And, of course, once they have a host, they make it kill other creatures to create more breeding grounds. In that sense, they're just like the queens. They kill endlessly and indiscriminately. The main difference is that the males can't control their hosts for very long. They're possessing corpses, after all. Creatures that are already dead and decaying. The larvae then become pupae and leave their hosts once they reach full maturity. Because they resemble flying insects, they inevitably get eaten by small animals like frogs and birds. Once they reach the stomach, they release sperm into it. Gi'e sperm is incredibly resilient and won't be killed or dissolved by stomach acid. Then those birds and frogs are eaten by the queen's host. In this way, it gains access to the sperm and is able to fertilize its eggs. This is also the time that it lays egg that will hatch into the next queen. Finally, the queen enters its spawning phase. It leaves its host body, killing them. It spends the last moments of its life desperately laying male eggs in the corpses prepared for it by the males and other queens. It does this over and over again until it has used up all its strength and dies. Eventually, the egg it left behind in its previous host hatches into a new queen. That queen seeks out a new host, enters through its mouth, takes over its brain, and the cycle begins anew. That's all I was able to find out. Yeah, I agree, Tsubasa. I definitely retched at least twice while reading that.
That was totally gross. Just hearing about it made me queasy.
Gie parasites, huh?
It would explain everything that's happened, wouldn't it?
At the very least, nothing in this document contradicts what we've experienced. Wait, I'm still confused. This is a lot to take in all at once.
Huh?
Would it help if I recapped it? Gie queens possess other organisms and make them kill. Other queens then lay eggs in the corpses. Gie males only possess corpses. They also drive their hosts to kill, but they can't control them for as long. Queens are able to access the memories and knowledge of their hosts. Once a queen bonds with a host, it stays with it for nearly the rest of its life. Those are basically all the important points. Let's see. I guess we know what was inside the box of Calamity now.
So then, Takamaru got possessed by one of these things, and it made him carry out all those murders.
No. Remember what we found out when we examined his body? The parasite hadn't been inside him for all that long. Only a few days. I'd say since day 80 at the earliest. But then that can only mean one thing.
Yes, it's the only explanation.
Oh?
One of us is still possessed by a Gie parasite. It's you. We'll have to come up with a plan of action. First of all... Wait a minute. What's wrong, Takumi? We only just found out these Gie things exist. I don't think any of us have fully processed that information yet. Not even you. We're all shaken. We're all confused. If we try to discuss things as we are now, we're just going to go around in circles. I say we call it a day here. Even if one of us is possessed by a Gie, that means the other three are still our friends. If we start getting paranoid and accusing each other, the Special Defense Unit could completely fall apart. You're far too soft-hearted as usual. But with so few of us left, I suppose unity is going to be important. Let's all agree to keep our distances from each other today. If anyone tries to get close to you, scream. In the meantime, think over everything that's happened and what we can do from here. Can you all do that for me?
Right.
I understand. In that case, I'm gonna grab some food and hole up in my room for the day.
Thanks for all your help with the scroll. I think we finally have a chance of catching the killer now. Oh, that was Takumi. Thank you for all your help with the scroll. I think we finally have a chance of catching the killer now. I'm glad I could help. I'll try to keep an eye out for any potential danger, too. Thanks. Okay, everyone, that's all for today. The meeting broke up, and we all went our separate ways. The Special Defense Unit's down to just me, Hiriko, Nozomi, Tsubasa, and Shoma. Is one of them really harboring a Gie? If they are, then which one of them is it? And we're going to deal with which one it is next time, I hope. But we are going to call it here for this episode. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Up and Adam troops, time to rise and shine!
I hope you're all enjoying this as much as I am. If you are, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope you're enjoying this, and I will see everybody next time. Bye!